AviationPros.com is the portal website for AMT, Airport Business, and Ground Support Worldwide magazines. Visit daily for breaking news, industry blogs, and insightful articles from our magazine's editorial team. And don't forget to sign up for our publication's daily e-newsletters. It's all at AviationPros.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Aviation Pros podcast. I'm Joe Petrie, Editorial Director. Public art projects are oftentimes overlooked aspects of improving the passenger experience at an airport. While many leaders are focused on concessions and wayfinding, the power of art's transformation of dead spaces or blank areas inside the terminal can have a profound impact on travelers heading through the terminal and to their gate. Tulsa International Airport is making its largest investment in public art with the new $225,000 sunrising artwork from local artist Shane Darwin to be placed over the entrance to the TSA checkpoint at the airport. I recently spoke with Stephanie Chester, marketing manager for the Tulsa Airport Improvements Trust, about the installation, how the airport navigated such an investment, and how airports of all sizes can plan public art for their facilities. Well, Stephanie, really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me today. The first question I have is tell us a little bit about Tulsa's arts program.
So we have a group called the Cultural Advisory Group, and they develop and execute a strategic plan for the airport for us to be able to incorporate art and cultural exhibits throughout the terminal so that we can showcase local artists, galleries, and museums. The Cultural Advisory Group is made up of citizens that represent the local arts community, along with airport staff, and this is something that we have had at TUL since 2006.
So can you provide a little more detail about the suspended art installation Sunrising that was created by the local artists for the terminal? How did that concept come about?
So we have been researching different large art projects across the U.S. At airports and just seeing what their process has been for establishing these, very impactful large art installations. And so we decided at Tulsa that this was something that we wanted to make a priority for our airport, was to create a suspended art installation and commission that through an artist. And so I attended the Arts in the Airport conference that's put on by AAAE last year in Seattle, and just kind of really dove into airport art programs and how they manage large installations, such as this project that we wanted to do. And so we met with the leadership team here at TUL, and leadership was on board for having a project of this magnitude. And so we started the process of creating an RFP, which I spoke with the city of Tulsa. They've done large RFPs of this nature as well, and then other airports across the U.S. just to gather best practices and what they found success in. And so from that, we posted the RFP in April 2023. We posted it on a platform called Cafe, which artists use for large-scale projects. And then we also posted it on our website. We shared it within the industry. And then our Cultural Advisory Group also shared it within their networks as well. And so from that RFP, we received over 140 submissions, both nationally and internationally. And from those 140 submissions, the selection committee was able to narrow it down to a top 5 submissions, which was a lot of work. We had wonderful submissions. It was really hard to narrow it down to the top 5. But from that top 5, we then had given the artists travel stipends to expand on their project. And they were asked to travel to Tulsa to present their concept to the selection committee and airport staff. And then from those top 5, we were able to unanimously choose one, who that piece is from Shane Darwin, who is actually a local artist here in Tulsa.
Can you tell me a little bit that process for trying to cull down the list and how you were able to handle that as an airport organization and what that looked like to try and determine what was best for your facility?
Absolutely. So we had in the RFP that we wanted a bold and engaging suspended art installation. And those are two very broad terms. We really wanted to see what the artist would be able to create and what they felt would best utilize the space provided. And so we had said that it should visually enhance the aesthetic experiences of the visitors, and transform the spaces in which the artwork would be installed. And so we had that criteria, and then we also judged based upon their artistic experience, the creativity they brought to the project, and then their experience. They had to have completed works in prominent locations with a comparable budget. The conceptual idea aligned with the creative goals that was in the RFP, and then the feasibility of the project. We wanted to make sure that it was practical from a scheduling, fabrication, installation, financial, and of course, ongoing maintenance standpoint.
So tell me a little bit about the artist Shane Darwin, the artist behind Sunrising. How was he selected for the project? I mean, what was it about his background, his style that made him the fitting choice for such a significant installation?
Shane is wonderful. We really were drawn to his piece from the beginning. His piece is called Sunrising, and it's an installation that's supposed to mimic a view from your window seat. And the view you see, whether it's sunrise or sunset, and kind of what that evokes. And so what we loved about his project is that he utilized the entire 140-foot span of the space provided, and his background and style really made him a great choice for this installation. Over the past 2 years, he's managed both public and private commissions. He highly detail oriented. He's a fabricator of his own work, but he also is the project manager for his artworks. And so we felt that he had great relationships within industry professionals, and then also had a great knowledge of the work that he was needing to complete. In 2022, he was commissioned by Saint Laurent to design and create over 25 original artworks to 15 national and international locations. And so over the course of 3 months, he worked with a local fabrication studio and designed custom crates for the pieces, since they were going to be shipping all over the world. And so that project alone really showed us that he can work under a tight time frame, which we don't feel like ours is super quick, but it was great to know that he still didn't sacrifice quality when working with a really fast project. And that also he created manuals for each of the stores that were going to be installing these pieces in different languages, because they're all over the world. So the fact that he was really detail oriented was important to us as well, especially since this is the largest art installation that TUL has commissioned. We wanted to make sure that it was someone that knew what they were doing and were capable, but not afraid to reach out to their resources if needed.
And with that being the largest installation that TUL has had, can you talk a little bit about the significance of the location that's been picked for Sunrising? I understand it's going to be near the TSA checkpoint. How's that expected to enhance the overall experience for passengers coming through?
So at Tulsa International Airport, we're definitely committed to providing first-class facilities and services to our users, and we really take pride in welcoming visitors from around the world to Tulsa. We've continued to prioritize investments in our facilities and our services to be able to make that experience as smooth as possible. And so we felt that the security checkpoint, since it is one of the most visited areas in the terminal and sees millions of people a year, that would be the best use of the budget to be able to have an art installation in that location. Whether travelers are embarking on their journey solo or they're saying goodbye to loved ones, we wanted a piece displayed in that space that would be impactful, calming, and really enhance the aesthetic experience of our visitors.
Now, I understand that this is going to cost roughly $225,000 for the creation of Sunrising, for the installation and everything. So how does this compare to the others in the airport collection? And secondly, what made you decide to spend more on just this one installation versus maybe smaller ones that would be leading into the terminal?
So we actually allocated $250,000 for this project, and Shane in his submission said that he would like to withhold 25,000 of that just for ongoing maintenance in case that's needed. And so we were really grateful that he didn't want to use the whole budget for the creation of the exhibit. He wanted to allocate a piece for ongoing maintenance if it was needed. So that was really unique of him and really forward thinking as well. But it is the largest art investment that TUL has commissioned. We did research other airport art projects. We looked at Denver, Tampa, LaGuardia, Kansas City, a lot of these wonderful airports that have done really amazing art pieces over the past few years, and saw what they were spending on art installations. And so we really felt that the $250,000 was a good average amount for us to be able to have something very impactful and provide a world-class piece right here in Tulsa for our passengers to be able to enjoy.
And now this is a significant addition to the airport's public art collection. Can you tell me a little bit how this installation aligns with your broader goals for the airport's art and cultures program?
Absolutely. So Tulsa International Airport is a gateway to our region. We have heavy employment in the aviation, healthcare, and oil and gas industries, but our citizens really enjoy an array of world-class cultural venues that offer a variety of visual and performing art displays. The Airport Art and Culture Program, it creates a signature identity for the airport and for the city of Tulsa because it reflects our diverse and thriving community. A unified program of art that utilizes multiple media and venues really showcases the innovation, sophistication, and energy which we believe defines Tulsa. We believe that the public art really provides a portal to the community and highlights our lifestyle and culture. We're wanting to make sure that if the airport is the only place that visitors are able to see Tulsa without needing to explore the city per se, they're still able to get that world-class experience and see that our art program reflects the unique characteristics and outstanding talents of our local community. And this new project absolutely showcases the talent of our community.
How does the airport anticipate this is going to enhance the experience for travelers going through the terminal and just kind of create that world-class experience that they're looking for as they come through Tulsa?
So every year, millions of people use TUL to connect with loved ones or pursue business opportunities or explore new destinations. We not only support the traveling public, but we also are an economic driver for the region. And so at the airport, we are committed to providing those first-class facilities and services to our users. We take pride in welcoming visitors from around the world. And so this just shows that we're continuing to prioritize investments in our facilities and investments in our customers, and having this piece here really at the doorway to the traveler's experience is going to be extremely impactful for our users. They're going to be able to take a second and really reflect on the art piece, whether they're saying goodbye to someone who's about to go through the checkpoint, or if they're feeling stressed, if they're fumbling for their phone, trying to pull up their boarding pass on their phone, it will give them an opportunity to just pause, take it in for a moment, and have a sense of calm and peace before they embark on their journey.
And my last question for you today is obviously something like this. It can be very inspiring for not only travelers, but also peers in the industry that might want to take up their arts program another notch by seeing what you guys have been able to do in Tulsa. Can you tell me what are some of the things going through this process you've learned that you would recommend for your peers when it comes to trying to put together a next level type of installation like this and make sure that they get it the best type of installation for their facility?
Yeah, I would say absolutely utilize the amazing network of airport professionals that are willing to help. Like I mentioned earlier, I attended the AAAE Arts in the Airport conference last year, and that has really been pivotal in networking with other airport art representatives. And it really provides great learning opportunities for staff members. The airport community itself offers a wide range of different levels of art programs, whether you're just starting the planning process of establishing a program or you have a team of art professionals on staff. There's always someone that will be willing to talk to you about your next steps. So definitely, the airport network is super important. Do your research on what other airports are doing and see if there's a way for you to be able to mold that into your own program. And lastly, I would say become a partner with your city and how you can connect with local artists and art organizations, local galleries and museums. They're all great starting points and great resources that you'll want to be able to use for your airport, because they're coming into your city to have an experience and to be able to partner with those organizations will be completely a game changer for an art program.
Stephanie, absolute pleasure speaking to you today about this. Really excited to see such a cool installation going into Tulsa and can't wait to see it firsthand someday.
Yes, I hope you fly out to Tulsa. It should be installed by June 2024. So yeah, hope we can see you out here.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again for your time today. Thanks again for joining us for today's podcast. For the latest on art installations and improving the passenger experience in airports, make sure to subscribe to the Airport Business Daily newsletter. And also make sure to check out our website, AviationPros.com. I'm Joe Petrie. We'll see you later.